So, what are you going to do to be able to educate these people before they even get in contact with the justice system?
What's interesting is that it's easy to pretend that the criminal justice system doesn't matter for your life when everything's going well. When you're not the victim of a crime, when your family's not the victim of a crime, when you don't see, homeless people with serious mental illness or drug addictions, right on your doorstep or in your community because they're off in Skid Row in an isolated part of the community. So it's easy to stay, we'll call it uninformed. But what I think is happening is that as these problems are confronting young people right in their face, they can't avoid most of what's going on that's the byproduct of our criminal justice system. It's going to force them to actually get informed, whether they like it or not. Because if they don't get informed, they're going to be looking at a situation and have no way to process it. So they're going to want to understand, okay, why is this happening and what we can do about it? Because otherwise they're going to be victims themselves. And at that point, in some ways, it's almost too late to be asking these questions. So what I've seen with young people is that if I can get to them and explain to them those questions, how did this come to be and what we can do about it, what they can do about it, it goes a long way. And part of it, strange enough, is actually the voting for the person they want as district attorney, the person who will be in charge of all these prosecutions. George Gascon has one philosophy, and that's a philosophy of decarceration. That he believes that if you tell criminals you're not going to jail, that's somehow going to make us safer. I believe in proportional and smart accountability. It's just a different philosophy. It's not mass incarceration, but it's smart and proportional accountability. And young people have to understand that if I'm in charge, the 180,000 criminal cases that the DA's office does will be done differently, and hopefully in a much better way to promote their safety. Or they can stay with George Gascon and have 4 more years of what they've experienced for the last 3.5. So voting turns out to be a tangible thing that people, certainly 18 and older, can actually do come November 5th.